Andrea, hello. Oh, hello, Vivi. It's rare for me to ever get any kind of text from you these days. Well, I just have something I'd like to ask you is all. Something you'd like to ask me? It's pretty rare of you to ask me of anything as well, Vivi. So, what could it be? As it turns out, Michael will be having to go to work closer to the town you're living in after he took a job transfer for his company. What? Is that right? So, since he'll have to be working so close to you and your husband now, we're going to move in with the both of you. Please and thank you. Huh? You're both moving in with us? What? Wait. This is only the first time that I'm hearing about this. When exactly are you both planning on moving out to our house? Please tell me this won't be for at least another month. What? We're coming over there today. Today? The moving truck won't be getting there until tomorrow, but both Michael and I will be there in another 2 hours. Oh, and I'll be bringing along 4 of your grandchildren as well. Wait a second, please. You can't be serious about all of that, right? And you already expect to be arriving at my house in another 2 hours to begin living here? I have had no time at all to get things ready for you two, so please give me more time. But we got permission from your husband to move in today. What? My husband said that this was all okay? Just 2 days ago, we called him asking if it'd be all right for both of us to move in with you guys. And his answer was, yeah, all right. That was his approval. 2 days ago? Even 2 days ago is way too soon for you guys to be telling us that you're moving in today. Well, whether you think this is too quick of us or not, we've already started paying for our room there. You left Michael's room intact, right? Yeah. Well, it still has all his old things in it. Well then, for tonight we're both going to be staying in that old room of his. And if you started to work on getting a room ready for the kids, then I think it should be all right for them by the time we get there. So this means there will be 6 more people moving into our house now? There was no warning at all about this, and yet you're already on your way here? Your guys' house has 2 stories and 5 bedrooms in it, plus the detached garage with the attic, which can count as a 6th room. I don't think there will be any problems at all with that kind of space for us. Come on now, Vivi. Would you let me have a word with my son first about this? I can give him a call right now to see what's going on here. He's driving us to your place right now, so he can't pick up his phone. Then would you please let me call you and put me on speaker so that he can hear me? Nope. Now, in the next 2 hours, we'll be at your place and under your care then. Thank you, Andrea. Excuse me, Vivi, what are all these cats doing here? There are 4 or 5 of them now? I can't tell because they all keep running around the place. What were you thinking opening up that cage the moment you opened the door to my house? What? I thought I already told you about them just a second ago. We brought along our 4 children and my 5 cats. So please take good care of all of us. I heard about you bringing the kids and everything, but you never said anything to me about 5 cats. But Andrea, you guys already have a cat living here, right? It's that munchkin cat named May, right? I'm sure your cat will be happy to have all these new friends in the house. My cat has never ever lived in the same place as other cats, so I don't think she'll like all your cats here one bit. Having 5 new cats running all over her house now is going to put her into a panic, which is not good for a cat. Now that I think about it, where is May at? My kids all want to go and find her so they can pet her. She's in my room right now hiding so that she doesn't have to see any of you guys. Hiding in your room? The last time you guys all came over to my house, your kids and you all started to chase after May while she was freaking out. She almost had a heart attack. We were all just wanting to play with her then. You have 5 cats of your own, and you couldn't tell that May wanted nothing to do with any of you and was trying to hide? Andrea, you are exaggerating now. Well, I guess this just means that you know a lot more about cats than I do, which means all 5 of my babies will be in very good hands with you taking care of them. So, Andrea, since Michael, myself, and our 4 kids all came over here to give you the luxury of living with us, you'll have to watch over my 5 cats and take care of all our chores for us, please. Huh? I can see that you have that cat tower for May in the living room, but that's not going to be enough for 5 more cats, so there'll need to be another one at least, right? You hold it right there, Vivi. I'll leave picking out a second cat tower to you, so please get everything in order for my cats. I haven't even had a chance to fully voice my opinion. But I told you before that your husband said it was fine for all of us to be here, right? He even told me that you'd be willing to take all my cats as well and care for them, so it was all right to bring them. Huh? Actually, where is your husband right now, Andrea? He's on a business trip. Oh, he is? Jesus Christ, that man has really gone and done it now. Andrea, could you please get my cats some food to eat and hurry up with all of our breakfasts? Michael and all the kids will be leaving soon, so you need to get to work on breakfast now or they won't be able to eat anything. Excuse me? I already told you all that you can have whatever food you'd like that we have and that you can use anything in the kitchen that you need. So please make yourselves some breakfast to eat. I've already taken care of feeding May and myself this morning, so everything is up to you now. Huh? You are a mother, and that's how you're going to act now? We already made a promise, even stating that you would be taking care of my cats and all the chores in this house, right? We only just started living together with you here, so would you please get your act together? Wait, is this you trying to mess with me or something now? I never once said that I was all right with this decision. But the owner of this house and its breadwinner said that it was fine for all of us to move in here with you guys. Hey, I think that you are gravely mistaken about something here, Vivi. This house happens to belong to me. What? I understand that my husband has the problem of thinking he's the one running the show over there with his pretty meaningless job and everything, but I am the one making 5 times the amount he is per year and the one with my name on this house. What? But Andrea, you're nothing more than a part-timer. No, I am not. Right now I'm working as the executive director for a decently sized cosmetics company. An executive director? I am in my room right now with May trying to get her to relax and not be as worried by all that noise downstairs. And I made sure to bring my laptop up here in order to get some work done from home today. However, I have no clue what my husband or Michael has been telling you. But it does not change the fact that the owner and breadwinner of this house is not okay with you all being here. That is my answer to your question of if it was all right for you guys to move in with us. What the heck? Andrea, we've decided that we won't be leaving this house after all. What? You heard about how your husband came home from his business trip today, right? And since you're not coming out of the garage attic at all to come and see us, we talked with your husband and he decided that we will all be living in the house together while you stay out there. And then, after talking with him a little bit more just now, we decided it would be best if he became the owner of this house now. Excuse me? He was telling all of us to tell you that if you don't give him the house, he's going to divorce you. We all don't care that this house is all yours and that you're making the money. There are a bunch more of us than there is you, which means you've already lost to the whole family. Understood? So that's how you all want to play this game? Well, if that's the way things are going to be, then so be it. I'm going back to my family house. What? Your family house? I'm sure you've all been told at least once by me that my parents' house is in the next town over. Right now, my 89-year-old father is living together with my younger brother and his wife. And my father happens to still be doing so well that he works twice a week at his age. I plan to go back there now with my little baby, where I know my brother and his wife will be happy to care for her instead of traumatize her. And until you all are out of my house, I think that my family will be happy to let me stay there and take care of me. Wait, you can go ahead and leave this place all you want, but that's not going to make any one of us want to leave here, right? And actually, if you go ahead and do something like that, your husband is going to divorce you. And about that divorce, I have the paperwork for it right here with me. Huh? And I'm sure you didn't know this, but Michael should be aware. 2 years ago, when you first started to come over to my house with Michael, I could tell that there was something severely wrong with your head, and the way you would treat Michael and I worried me a lot. But Michael is too weak of a man to do anything about your attitude, and my husband is too much of an idiot to realize what you do to this family. So I told Michael what I'd be doing in order to open his eyes a little. Wait, what? I'll tell you more of the details later. Goodbye now. Andrea, what the heck? What's happening? Why is this happening? I'm assuming that the documents relating to what will all happen next have arrived there? That's right. Just a couple of days ago, Michael left me at this house after he gave me his divorce papers, and I was wondering what the hell had happened to him. But now I know he found out about what I'd been doing. By the way, it was all too easy to see what you were doing behind his back. Every single time my husband would be around you, he would always want to talk with you and at times even flirt with you. And you would reciprocate to his advances, always flirting back with him, but with even more vigor than he was. I started to notice things had been going on around 5 months ago, but when I looked into you both, this whole relationship has been going on for 2 years now. And after you had come into my home and started to live with us, you would always wait for my husband to be home and use the time before my son got home to take your relationship to the next level. You know about all of that as well? I really wondered what it was about that 60-year-old man who was already married to me that got you going. But now I'm well aware of what you've been after with him. You've been wanting my large 5-bedroom house with the open yard and large garage, correct? What? You'd been thinking from the start that this house was all his. And in your attempt to get me to leave that house, you moved in with not only my son and your kids, but those 5 cats after only having just warned me you'd be coming. And then you released your cats all over my house, asked me to take care of them and all the chores for you, and even started to tell me to give my house to my husband once you found out I'm the owner. Well, if you thought that was going to be enough to get me to give up the house and leave you all alone, you must have forgotten that I am also the breadwinner, and that I have control of the whole situation still. So, you knew about my plan all along, then? Now, since you've informed me that the document filled with all the papers that had been sent to you made it, let's talk about them. What? Vivi, I'm going to get a settlement from both you and my husband for having had that long affair. Wait a second, I'm going to break up with your husband now, and you can also see Michael, right? If he really is going to divorce me, I'm going to have to pay him for all 4 of those kids and child support. Well, those 4 are going with you, right? Michael said he no longer wants to have custody of them now, and considering what you've done to him, he doesn't need to take care of them anymore. In other words, that means you'll be keeping your kids, and he will not be paying child support to you. No way! Now, if you have anything else you'd like to say to me, you may talk with my lawyer about it, and he will tell me. And as for Michael, he's with his lawyer now, talking about how much he'll be able to get from you and his father in this divorce. What? No, Andrea, I've already lost all ties to my family. I'm just a housewife right now, so there's no money in my accounts that anyone can have. That's totally right. Well, luckily, Michael will be taking all 5 of your cats in the divorce, so you won't have to worry about feeding any of them. I wasn't worried about the dang cats. Help me, please, Andrea. Nope. Bye-bye now. Andrea! Had Michael's wife kept her mouth shut and never did anything with my husband in order to get the house from me, she probably could have once we'd passed away and given it to them. But because she didn't have the patience to sit around and wait her turn, things ended up going against her plans. After both my husband and I, and Michael and Vivi, had our divorces, Vivi and my ex ended up getting married because she still believed that he had money and would be able to pay off all their settlements. However, him having enough money to pay off that much was not true. And things only took a turn for the worse when Vivi was told by the city that she could not get married to her ex-father-in-law at that time. So in the end, those two decided to break things off and split up. My ex-husband ended up getting a demotion and a pay decrease after his manager and the company found out about what had happened with Vivi and I. And as for Vivi, she had to pay off both settlements by herself, and that put her into some major debt with the banks. There was also worry from the court about her 4 children, and it was decided that all 4 of them would need to be placed in a foster home. And the only way she could get them back is by proving she could make enough money to support them all. And so as of right now, she's working 3 different jobs all at the same time, looking as though she hasn't slept in months, trying to do everything she can to pay off that debt and get all 4 of her kids back. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Liz, long time no see. This is your old friend Malaya. Have you been doing all right? What? I'm very sorry to have to ask this, but who is this again? I told you, I'm Malaya. I'm really sorry, but I have no recollection of any Malaya being a friend of mine. Huh? I am your old friend, Malaya. Jeez, Liz. You and I were going to middle school together at Jefferson Middle School in the town of Bay City. And we lived close to one another in that apartment complex. And then we met again at community college, right? What? Hold on. I always lived in a house with my family, and then I never went to community college or anything because right after high school, I went to work. Huh? Also, my name isn't Liz. Oh? Did you change your name or something? No, I did not. What I'm saying is that my name isn't Liz whatsoever. What the heck? Come on now, I already know the reason why you're telling me your name is not Liz anymore. You can stop trying to hide your true feelings from me. I have no idea what you're talking about, though. Then tell me, what's your actual name? You don't have to know what my name is. I don't feel comfortable telling you now. Then I'm going to continue calling you Liz, because that's who you are. Ugh. My name is Riley. That's my name. Really? I know that's not your actual name, because your real name has always been Liz. Now, stop trying to hide from me and let's chat. What? I'm not trying to hide from you because I don't even know who you are. Yeah. I'm tired of going on about that stuff, so let's just get to the juicy topic. Juicy topic? I'm taking your husband from you. Excuse me? My husband? Recently, I came back to Bay City, all right? I learned about that really rich son of that family, the Rochesters, Mike. And I was thinking that it was so mean of you to be able to have a man like that all to yourself when I have nothing. So I went and stole him from you while I've been in town. Bay City is in Michigan, right? Well, I don't live in Michigan anymore. And when I was living there, I wasn't living in Bay City or even close to that town. I happen to be single still, so there's no way I've had a rich boyfriend or husband like the one you're going on about right now. I can see that you're confusing me with someone else, but haven't noticed any of that yet. Listen here, Liz. My name is not Liz. I'm Riley. I get you wanting to run away from the reality that your old friend has gone and stolen your husband from you, as the truth must hurt you a lot. But this is something you will never be able to look away from. So listen to me right now. You have the wrong person. How about you listen to everything I'm telling you? This is just like all those dreams I've had, stealing your husband from you and becoming rich myself. Now I'll be able to pay off that $50,000 of debt that I'm in and live in that giant mansion of his. You said your name is Malaya, right? What do you want now, you big loser? Let me tell you this one last time. I am single right now, so who the hell are you and what are you talking about? What? I have no idea who this Malaya is and have never met anyone with that name before in my life. And also, my name is Riley. R-I-L-E-Y. Riley. My name is not Liz or Elizabeth. Now cut all of that BS and stop texting me about whatever crap you're doing. What? You just never know when to give up, do you? So that's why, Liz? My name is Riley. Screw off. Oh, come on now. Anyhow, Mike is all over me now, and he'll be letting me live with him in his mansion and with all of his money from now on. Get that divorce from him soon, please. Riley, it's been a while. Sorry for coming out of nowhere here. But can you let me know whether or not this is still Riley's number or if you're someone completely different? What? Anna? It's been years. And yeah, this is me, Riley. How have you been doing? I guess I've been fine. Anyway, this is still your phone number, so I don't have to do anything for you. Now, I think I've fixed and confirmed all of that crap and can finally stop looking at my phone for a bit. What are you talking about? Why did you have to check and make sure this was my number still? Oh, I'm really sorry about all of this. You know how I have that little sister of mine who's a few years younger than me? Oh, that's right. She's more than a few years younger than you, right? True, since she's in her 3rd year of middle school now. Anyway, while we were together recently, we got into a bit of a fight with one another. And, well, she went and took my phone and went through all of my contacts, changing all the names of everyone in there. Really? So in order to try fixing everything, I've been going through all my contacts and asking them who they are to make sure I have the right number to the right name again. Wow, that's gotta suck a little. But shouldn't your phone normally be locked or whatever? Yeah, well, normally people would do that, but I'm really lazy and don't want to type in some passcode all the time. So I just leave it unlocked most of the time. Wow, that's very brave of you to do something like that. But maybe now you're going to change your mind about leaving your phone unlocked, right? Yeah. So what did she end up changing my name to in your contacts? She changed yours to Liz. What? Liz? That's the name of an old friend of mine from back in community college. Wait, can I ask you something right now? What's that? Recently, have you met with anyone by the name of Malaya? What? Malaya? She had been going to the same community college as Liz and I, actually. And after we all graduated from there, she came with me to work for the same company, so I see her almost every day. So have you met with Malaya before, Riley? Not at all. Then why do you know about her? Listen, for some reason, I got some texts from that Malaya girl, and I have no clue what was going on. And after some talking back and forth, I came to learn that she was mistaking me for someone named Liz, although she didn't want to accept that fact. What? I tried many times to get her to believe that my name is Riley, but she just wouldn't, and that got me pretty peeved by the end of our conversation. Oh my gosh. This is only a possibility, but I'm thinking when your little sister went into your phone and changed all your contacts, Malaya was able to see Liz's contact info somehow, but with my number instead of hers. Do you think something like that could have happened recently? I think something like that is very possible. Yesterday there was a little party after work. She had been sitting next to me at our table, and as I got up to go to the restroom, I'm sure she had enough time to take a look at my contacts. The both of them, Liz and Malaya, are my friends from back in middle school, and I met again in college. And, well, before the end of middle school, Malaya got into a fight with Liz, and then her dad ended up having to move out of town, and so they never made up before that happened. So I'm assuming they were never able to exchange one another's contact information before she had to move away. And when they met in college again, they weren't as close to one another, so they never did anything from there. I see. So that's what's happened between Malaya and Liz. Damn, things have become a bit more complicated now, haven't they? I'm sorry about that. Up until now, I haven't really talked with Malaya much besides on our work phones about work-related things, so I'm really not sure what's been going on with her. I don't actually have her private number anymore, I think. You were all in the same college and knew one another since middle school, yet all seemed to be so distant from one another. Well, I've just never really wanted to have anything to do with her. And I think the same can be said for Liz. So I really want to know now, why does Malaya want to talk with Liz so badly? From what she was telling me, it looks as though Malaya's stolen Liz's rich husband from her. Huh? Well, I think Malaya's making a big mistake there. What? How so? I'm sorry to have to ask this of you, but can you take screenshots of all the things Malaya's said to you and send them to me, please? I want to try talking with Liz about this. Can do. Just give me a few minutes. Thanks for all the screenshots. Damn. This is all just horrible to read through. I can't even be bothered with some of it. And wait, Malaya's in $50,000 worth of debt now? Well, she did mention that, didn't she? You can tell by how fast she was bringing everything up to me that she gave zero craps about me not being Liz. Well, I can see how things got this bad for her, though. She's just your basic office lady when it comes to her work, and there's been no way she's made the kind of money needed for all those brand bags she brings into work. She also seems to hire plenty of men to do things with her. So that's where she's gotten all the money from. So Malaya's normally pretty bad? You could say that. She loves good-looking men and money and is a very selfish person. She never listens to anyone and loves to get into fights. I wonder how she was even able to find a job at that company. Seriously, though. There have also been rumors about her picking on other women due to the fact that she's beautiful, but that her beauty isn't all that natural. Is that right? Well, anyway, I'll let Liz know about this. Oh, please do, and thank you. Hey, Liz! I was wondering why you were taking so long to get that divorce, and now I'm being asked to pay a settlement? I told you to hurry up and get that divorce. As long as I'm able to become Mike's wife, then I won't have to care about that settlement because he'll be able to pay it all off for me. Long time no see, Malaya. I have told you this so many times now, but my name is not Liz. My name is Riley. Have you heard from your coworker and old friend Anna about the fact that her and her little sister got into a fight and her little sister went and changed all the contacts around in her phone? What? Anna? Anna was a friend of mine from high school, and we still occasionally talk with one another now. I heard from her that her little sister went and changed my name to Liz inside her contacts. So I really do think you mistook me for Liz because of that change in her phone. What? So then, this really does mean that you're not Liz? That's right, I'm not her. What? Are you serious right now? Well then, I guess the only option I have left now is to go right to that mansion of Mike's and ask Liz in person to divorce him and get out of there. I know you're not going to want to hear this from me. What? That mansion just so happens to be Liz's mansion. Huh? Why do you say that? It sounds like ever since Liz graduated from college, she started her own company and has been doing very well recently. She married Mike around the same time she started her company. And at that time, Mike's father's company ended up going under, and so Mike wasn't able to get anything from his family. So at that time, Liz stepped in since she was financially stable and paid off the mansion they moved into, since he wasn't going to be able to do so. Wait. Liz went and paid for that mansion then? That means that the owner of that place is Liz, and that if her and Mike get that divorce, she'll be the one getting to keep the house. What? You're kidding me. Also, because of the fact that Mike no longer has a company coming to him, he is currently without a job, and the company will be renamed and taken over by someone else who bought it. Huh? Well, I shouldn't say jobless. Rather, he's just going to be working for his uncle's company as a base-level employee now. A base-level employee? Because of that current situation he's in, I hear that it's been Mike asking Liz not to divorce him, as he's in no shape to be kicked out of her mansion. What the heck? But he's getting divorced by Liz and will have to pay her a settlement while also being kicked out of that place. What? Liz heard about all of this going on from Anna after I went and talked with her about what you'd said to me. You're lying, right? I went and stole Mike from her thinking he had all this money, and I'm in major debt right now. Now I'll have to pay a settlement, and I won't be able to live in that mansion now. Are we done here then? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'll be going now. What should I be doing right now? After all the crap that Malaya girl was talking to me, saying she had stolen my husband even though I'm single, and not even recognizing that I'm not Liz, it took but just one day for her antics to be shut down. And thank God that everything ended then with her, because I wasn't going to last much longer talking to an idiot like that. As for that Malaya, her debts only grew larger, as she now had to take on a settlement from the real Liz, and that means she'd have to borrow a lot more money. In the divorce, Mike learned that Malaya only really wanted him as her ATM, and so he moved away from everyone in an attempt to escape from her because she would not stop asking him for help. Liz also made some major changes with the divorce, as she went and sold the mansion she was living in, as it was too big for her anyway to be living in on her own. She has stayed in town still, since she has her own company to manage, but she picked a smaller house closer to Anna's place where she'll live now. It sounds like her and Anna are becoming closer to one another again, since they kind of stopped talking after college as well. And I'm sure that after the tip about Malaya that Anna gave, Liz is going to be forever thankful. With not a single person around, Malaya's had no choice but to dip her hands into some pretty scary loans from very scary people. There were talks about her hanging around gang members trying to get money from them, and also loan sharks who she was trying to get some large loans from as well. Even though we aren't for sure who she got the money from, she was able to find someone willing to give her enough to pay off that settlement and the debt she had with the bank. Because after a few weeks, the settlement to Liz was all paid off, and since then, there's been no word about what's happened to Malaya, or where she even disappeared to. So let's just say she's moved on to the next step in her life, which is making that money back and paying off the scarier men she's involved with now.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Oh, dearie me, Chloe. Whatever are we going to do with you? I see you missed another one of our mother's meetings. I thought I made it clear you were definitely to show up this time. Why do you seem totally incapable of listening to a word I say?
I'm sorry, Karen, but like I mentioned before, I'm not going to have many chances to attend your mom's meetings from now on.
Excuse me?
Don't get me wrong. I'm really grateful for the invites, but I just started working full-time at a new company. I'm pretty sure I told you all this before, right? Your mom's meetings and tea parties are always held during the week, so there's just no way I'm going to be able to make them. I get that you want me to come, and I'm really appreciative of that. But at the end of the day, I have bills to pay. And if I skipped work to spend time with you guys, well, put it this way, I wouldn't have a job for very long. You do get where I'm coming from, right? It's not because I don't want to see you guys.
Get a load of this nonsense. Wait, you think you're special because you have a full-time job? Oh, I get it. You think you're better than me and the other moms, don't you?
No. Like, seriously, it's not like that at all.
Fine, I see how it is. So you're the type of woman who looks down her nose at stay-at-home housewives and temporary agency or part-time workers like me and the girls, are you?
Whoa, what the hell? How do you work that one out? No, it's not like that at all. You've got this all wrong. You know what? If that's what you think of me, then I'd rather we just terminated this relationship right here. That goes for the rest of the moms.
What did you just say? How dare you? You have no right to do that.
Our kids are all going to end up at different schools due to us all living in different school districts when they move up to elementary school. So we probably stop hanging out then anyway.
What kind of twisted backflip logic is that? To think I so kindly went out of my way to invite you, and this is how you repay me? With nothing but a bad attitude and disrespect? This is a slap in the face. Who the hell do you think you are?
In any case, I have a long business trip coming up, so it'd be literally impossible for me to make it to your get-togethers even if I wanted to. Would you mind leaving me alone from now on? Thanks, Karen. Goodbye.
Hello, Chloe. I heard your dad runs a high-end burger restaurant in the posh part of town. Well, I have a suggestion. Let's hold our next mother's meeting at your daddy's restaurant. How does that sound? With this, you can make up for not showing up to our past meetings in one fell swoop. Even if you are nothing but pathetic corporate livestock who spends her days slaving away in a cubicle while thinking she's better than everyone else, me and the other moms can't turn down an offer of free burgers at one of the most luxurious burger joints in all of New York. A stroke of genius, if I do say so myself. As for the reservation at the restaurant, don't worry. I already booked us in. I knew that if I left it to you, you'd probably try to pull some pathetic stunt to get out of it. Oh, and by the way, it's tonight! I took the liberty of renting out the entire restaurant, so prepare for the luxury burger party of a lifetime. The reservation's at 6 p.m., so you better damn well show up this time. I invited a lot of people, so my reputation's on the line here. That's right, you're going to be there at 6 p.m. pronto, ready to entertain me and the other moms as the daughter of the restaurant owner. Naturally, you'll be paying for everything. Hello, Chloe. It's already way past 6 p.m., but you're nowhere to be seen. You can't seriously be telling me you're not coming to this one either. God damn it, Chloe! I went out of my way to make sure this party was held at a time you could definitely make. You can't use work as an excuse to get out of it this time. Not only that, but I even booked the party at your dad's restaurant so you'd have no trouble finding the place. And you still have the nerve not to show up? Chloe, you've taken this friendship group for granted one too many times. I am livid. You won't get away with this. Is this what you wanted? Even if me and you did stop seeing each other due to living in different school districts, that doesn't mean you'd never see any of the kids from our mother's group again. Some of the girls' kids would still be in your children's classes. You do understand what I'm saying here, don't you? If you do, I suggest you get your ass to this restaurant pronto. But even if you don't, me and the girls fully intend to order every single burger on the menu, and all on your dime. You do know how much I love getting my lips around a thick, succulent piece of meat, right? That's a joke there. All right, let the burger party commence. Chloe, where are you? Why are you still not here? Me and the other moms rented out your dad's high-end burger restaurant all to ourselves, and the 50 of us are currently in the midst of a party of a lifetime. We ordered so many burgers, I think your dad's meat reserves might run out soon. I don't know why the hell you're taking so long, but you need to hurry up and get here before there's nothing left. I mean, really, how rude to think the host would stand up her guest like this. Your hospitality could seriously use some work. Another round of burgers just arrived. Now that gets my juices flowing. Chloe? You didn't end up coming at all in the end. I'm so disappointed in you. What's worse, you didn't even reply to a single one of my messages. Tell me, dear, who exactly do you think you are? And what do you think gives you the right to behave so despicably? Oh well, what do I care? This is your dad's restaurant. And just as we agreed at the start, I'm going to tell them you'll be the one footing the bill. All right, I think I'll treat myself to the single most expensive burger on the menu, followed by 3 luxurious desserts to finish up. Toodaloo.
Huh? What is this?
Chloe, there you are. I was just about to message you. Won't you be a darling and talk some sense into the blockhead staff at your dad's restaurant?
What are you talking about?
You know, silly. You're going to pay for mine and the girls' magnificent burger party today, just like we agreed. The bill came out to $6,800, but I told the staff it was your treat. Be a dear and pass on the message to your dad so he can let them know, okay?
$6,800?
Well, there were 50 of us, not to mention all the hungry, crying children. It might sound like a lot, but it can't be helped given the circumstances.
50 people?
Yep, I pulled out all the stops for this one. I invited my old friends from high school and told them they could bring their families. Then there's all 12 of my ex-boyfriends, their parents, and of course the usual girls from our mother's meetings and their children.
I somehow feel like this is more than just a regular old mom's meeting.
Forget that. Why didn't you tell your dad about this beforehand, even though we discussed it all in advance? All this trouble could have been avoided if you had just done your job. It's one thing not to show up at the party, but another to completely ignore all of your responsibilities. Do you realize how awkward you've made things for me? The staff are getting all worked up about the bill now because of your negligence. I told them several times that the owner's daughter would be covering the bill, but they're insisting the owner only has a son.
Can you hold on a minute, please? I need to read through all the messages you sent.
Huh? What the? You mean you haven't been reading them at all?
You sent them all while I was on a long international flight, so there was no Wi-Fi, and my phone was turned off the whole time. When I turned it back on just now, it blew up with notifications.
Wait, what? You were on a plane?
Karen, I just got done reading through your messages.
Fantastic. Do you understand now? In that case, you need to hurry up and explain the situation to Daddy restaurant owner as soon as possible.
That high-end burger joint? Is it the one that's a few minutes walk away from the southern exit of Floppadoop Station?
Yes. Are you kidding me? It's your own father's restaurant, you silly girl. Surely you don't need me to confirm the address. Whatever. Just hurry up and let them know what's going on so we can leave and put this ridiculous situation behind us.
The owner of that burger joint isn't my dad. He's my ex-father-in-law.
Huh? Your ex-father-in-law?
Yes. The owner of that restaurant is my ex-husband's dad.
Huh? Wait, I don't even... Your ex-husband's dad?
Yep, we divorced half a year ago. Didn't I tell you?
Part
Part of the reason I stopped being able to come to the get-togethers as much was because I couldn't afford to get by as a stay-at-home housewife anymore, which is why I ended up finding full-time work. I'm pretty sure I did already tell you this.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You told me that? Whatever, none of this matters. Father, father-in-law, ex-father-in-law, it's all the same in the end. You just need to give him a call, tell him you'll cover the bill, and make this all go away. You'll do that, won't you, darling?
What? Pay the bill yourself.
But you promised to cover everything for us.
You should already know this, but at no point in the chat logs that I just went over did I make anything resembling a promise to cover the bill. Not even close.
Well, this is all your fault for not checking your phone. If you had just read my messages, none of this would be happening.
It's impossible to receive messages from 30,000 feet in the air, Karen. What do you think I am, a magician? Besides, even when I landed, I was so busy with the preparations for my business trip that I only used my work phone, which means I only just got around to turning my own phone back on. No matter how you look at it, there's no way any conversation that transpired between us could be interpreted as me consenting to pay a $6,800 bill at my ex-father-in-law's restaurant.
No. Wait a second. There has to be some kind of arrangement we can come to here. Chloe, are you in a different country now?
Yep. I'm in Canberra, Australia. Why?
Liar!
In any case, the reason I divorced my husband is because my in-laws were bullying me. You're dreaming if you seriously think I'd reach out to my scumbag ex-father-in-law over something this absurd.
Then who's going to cover the $6,800 bill?
I don't know. Pay it yourself?
There's no way I can afford to do that.
Well, how about you split it between everyone who showed up then? By my calculations, if there were 50 of you, assuming there were 10 children, that should come to about $170 per person. I doubt they'll be happy about it, but it sure as hell beats paying for everything yourself.
I can't slap my friends in the face like that. I promised them all the whole thing would be free. Besides, everyone went home already.
Oh, I see. Oh well, not my problem.
What?
Now, if you excuse me, I want to get a good night's sleep before tomorrow's business meeting. I won't be replying to your messages anymore.
No, wait! We're not done here. What am I supposed to do now? Seriously, I'm screwed if you don't help me. God damn you, Chloe. Do you have any idea how much crap I had to go through over these last few days because of you? My friends who came to the party burst out laughing at me when I told them what happened. And now, none of them are speaking to me. And it's all because of you. I mean, it's not like there's any lasting damage, because my husband paid the bill after a few carefully chosen words and a flutter of eyelashes. But still, you caused me a major pain in the ass. Mark my words, woman. I will be sending you a charge for that $6,800. So you better prepare yourself. You either pay or there'll be hell to pay. Do I make myself clear?
Hey, Karen. I don't think this is the time to be making empty threats.
Empty threats? Oh, believe me, you tragically deluded moron. You will be paying me.
My dad says your husband's fired.
Huh? Your dad? What are you talking about? Do you mean your real dad this time?
Yep.
Why would your real dad be involved now?
Your husband works for Viral Cheesecakes, right?
Wait, what? How do you know that?
Because I work there too. And because my dad's the CEO.
The CEO?
Now, bearing that in mind, I have a question for you. Do you know how your husband managed to get a hold of the $6,800 he paid for the bill at the burger restaurant a few days ago?
He told me he took it out of his savings from back when he was single.
I see. So he didn't tell you the rest then?
The rest? What's that supposed to mean?
I guess I have no choice but to tell you myself. Don't worry, I have my dad's permission to discuss everything I'm about to tell you. What do you think your husband planned on doing after paying the bill?
What do you mean?
He tried to claim that $6,800 on company expenses.
What?
I'm sure even you understand that a party at a burger restaurant isn't an appropriate use of company expenses. When one of the employees in the accounting department realized what your husband was trying to do and reported him to HR, it occurred to them this might not be the first time he's misappropriated company expenses. Upon being summoned to a disciplinary meeting to explain himself, he confessed to everything. Your husband has been falsely claiming on company expenses for the last 2 years for things that don't even exist.
What?
Apparently, he tried to pull the wool over their eyes by mixing in the receipt from the burger joint in with a bunch of receipts from the business trip he went on last week. But with the amount of money being so outrageously high, obviously someone picked up on it. There's no way that your husband could have ended up with that receipt by accident. So the only reasonable explanation here is that the two of you were willfully attempting to defraud the company.
Is that why you just said he's fired?
The official investigation is still underway, which means the official announcement still hasn't been made. But this is textbook misappropriation of funds. It's written as clear as day in the terms of employment on the contract he signed when he started working for us, that doing so would make him liable for instant dismissal. So it's safe to say he's pretty much guaranteed to get fired when the investigation's over.
Oh my God! Is this really happening? This is bad! This is bad! This is bad! This is bad! Oh, what am I supposed to do now? Ugh.
And why are you asking me?
Because this was all your fault to begin with.
Don't blame me, Karen. You're the only one responsible for this.
What?
I told you why I couldn't make it to the moms' meetings anymore. But you couldn't just take what I said at face value, could you? Your ego was so bruised, you went out of your way to try and get your own back on me by renting the most expensive burger joint in town to throw a party for your friends and forcing me to pay for it. I didn't make a single reply to your deranged slew of messages, but still, in spite of that, you somehow managed to convince yourself I'd promised to pay. Then, as an unforeseen circumstance of your shenanigans, your husband was found to be stealing from my dad's company. So go on, Karen, tell me, which part of the story includes me doing anything wrong?
Because you stopped coming to our friendly get-togethers.
How many times do I have to tell you? I already told you why I couldn't make it anymore.
Well, it was still your fault.
We're just going around in circles now. I'm done with this conversation.
No, wait, Chloe, please, you have to help me. I'm screwed.
Not my problem. I'm pretty busy myself, you know. Your husband revealed some glaring flaws in our security procedures, so me and the rest of the executives at Viral Cheesecakes have to strengthen our systems to make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
So what? What's your point?
My point is that I don't have any time to waste on the likes of you.
What?
Goodbye, Karen. After that, when we finished assembling the evidence dossier providing beyond doubt Karen's husband's misappropriation of funds, we sent him a bill for the entire sum he'd stolen. Luckily for him, he dodged prison when his parents jumped in to save his ass by covering the initial payment before forcing him to work 14-hour per-day shifts at a friend's company in order to pay them back. Before long, he divorced Karen and cut all ties with her. As for their kids, they were temporarily taken in by some relatives, but I heard they'll both be getting put up for adoption soon. And that's the story of how Karen ended up all on her own. Rumor has it that her parents pulled a vanishing act in the middle of the night 10 years ago to escape the hell that was living in the same house as their argumentative bitch queen of a daughter. Which means that, in the absence of a family home to go to, Karen's still living in the same city. Somehow or other, despite having hardly any money to her name, she managed to find herself a rundown apartment in a part of town with all the hookers and crack dens. Hilariously, even her neighbors there don't trust her, and her existence as a social pariah continues. At least she has the cockroaches investing her new apartment to keep her company. Occasionally, An old friend who lives nearby sends me reports of an emaciated, worn-out-looking Karen aimlessly wandering around town with a bottle of whiskey while sobbing uncontrollably.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.